All right, here we go. I am Carl King. Here I am. There's a shadow on my mouth I'm noticing here. But that's all right because I want you to be able to hear me well. Oh, look at that. There's a kind of an errant cable. See if we do that. Maybe that's a little better. All right, can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? Today, I am going to be popping open Cubase and I'm going to mess around with programming some drums. So, let's switch over to Cubase real quick. All right, here we go. I have quite a condensed Cubase setup at the moment. By the way, let me know if my voice is not coming through for some reason. I think it is. Let me do a little check. Let me do a little check here. Let me pop over to YouTube. I'm talking. Hey, it's Enchanted Yeti. Can you hear me okay? Let me know. Type something on there if you can hear me. Just want to make sure that the audio is coming through. For some reason, my YouTube stream seems to be frozen on my end if I'm watching it on my... Oh. Okay, so it's just delayed. All right, here we go. All right, I've got Cubase open. Cubase is a digital audio workstation. It is what I use for recording, composing all of my music and my podcasts, my film score stuff, editing, most audio stuff that I do. And this is going to be kind of a technical stream. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to... Let's just do a track. We're going to create a track instrument. You can try on YouTube. You can see what's going on over there. See if it's working. Just a minute. I'm going to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so hopefully both are okay. All right, here we go. I am going to create an instrument, a track instrument, and I have all these choices here. What kind of an instrument should I make? I'm going to try to load up a bass guitar and see what happens. All right, so this would be, let's see if this loads. Come on. Is it going to load? It loaded. Can you hear that bass guitar? Just let me know if you can hear that. I don't think it's going through. I don't think it's going through loopback. Let's see what's going on. Cubase is on. Let's see if that worked. Not looking good. Not looking good. We've got a problem. What about this? Nope, still no. Okay. Okay, see, this is the part in the stream where I say, why is there no sound coming out? This is my favorite part of any stream that I do. So what can possibly be going wrong here with, it says it's missing a monitor device. Let me just remove this. Oh, I see. Let's add Scarlet. Okay, we're still not there. Oh. Oh. I see. I had, I think, the wrong version of Cubase loaded into. There we go. Okay, good. Very good. Nice, you've got me streaming on both. Okay. At least one person is watching. Here we go. So let's go ahead. We're going to call this bass. It's not the best. Why does it sound like a slap bass? Strange. Yeah, what's with all the LOL over there? Is my voice echoing at all or doing anything strange? $41. Hey, it looks like my audio is back. Okay, so let me change this back to 41. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. 44.1. Okay, are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. It looks like we're back. As far as I can tell, everything is now working. It seems like it should be okay now. I see a thumbs up. There it is, yes. Okay, cool. I switched the sample frequencies. Anyway, here we go. I have, I'm using an east-west bass guitar, which sounds like a slap bass for some reason. I don't know why that is. Any other options here? Weird. Okay, well, we're going with that. That's what we're going with. Anyway, Donovan, thanks for coming by. I'm going to go down here and change the time signature to 7/8. I'm going to change the display. The display needs to be changed over to beats and bars. There we go. And it looks like we've got 7 beats there. So I'm going to create 2 measures. Quick refresher, what I'm going to be doing today is just messing around in Cubase with programming some toontrack drums. And I'm going to be using a possibly familiar bass line to anyone that has listened to very much Sir Millard Mulch. So here we go. This is how I make all of my music. So we got to change the tuplets. I talked about this recently on the podcast, and this little thing right here, you can change the divisions of the bars. So I am going to make it an 8. I think that should do it. Let's see how this measure now sounds. No. This might be it. Okay, there we go. And I have run out of room in these couple of bars, so this is going to be a 4-bar phrase in 7/8. Usually this riff I count as 7/4. Let's go ahead and change that. 7/4. All right. Much better. These notes are too short. That's the right note. No, that's not right. All right. We now have our loop. We have the riff in place in 7/4. I'm really not liking that bass sound. That is like super cheesy fake slap bass. Let's do something about that. Let's go back. Let's find a different sound. I don't know why it's doing that. What's liverk bass? See what that sounds like. Well, that sounds somewhat more tolerable. So if we count this out, it is in 7/4 because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a beat. I am going to add in, not sure if I should do a rack instrument. Probably. It's going to be a rack instrument. I'm going to look for Superior Drummer, and let's hope this sucker works. My shirt does have my name on it. My name is Carl, and the shirt says Carl with a rainbow because I like colorful things. Okay. Opening up Superior Drummer. I like the Sonor kit, the original Sonor kit from Drum Kit from Hell, the very first version. Oh, was it freezing? The stream was freezing up? Yeah, it makes sense that things would probably stutter and freeze. Let's get into some of these drum sounds. Let's see how loud that kick drum is. Pretty loud. Okay. Here we go. First, all of the drums here are laid out across these keys. We got kick and snare. Nice rim shot on the snare that I use all the time. Some toms, all the cymbals. All right, here we go. Let's change this to 127. I'm going to change the MIDI velocity input for the default to 127, so it's all the way up. Oh, that bass is really loud. Let's see what's going on here. Also, I didn't bother to color my tracks, did I? I usually like to assign colors to all the different instruments. Whoa! Vorpal Vector has followed me. Oh, what do we got here? Michael Stone is there. YouTube was freezing, but seems better now. Cool, thank you, Vorpal Vector. What's this host Carl King? What's the what is the host command? What's that supposed to do? All right, here we go. Oh, there's two. Okay, we'll get rid of this one. We'll get rid of this one. Here we go. Close that up. Why are there two? Oh, that's just the, okay, duh. All right, I like to assign, I have a set color scheme that I use for all of my instruments. I like to make the bass guitar orange, the drums yellow. Oh, you're trying to put your stream on my stream. Isn't that on a auto host? You don't auto host me, you jerk? So I like to make percussion yellow, and I like to make bass orange. I like to make rock stuff like guitars red. I do green for all of the orchestral strings. I do purple for synths. I do, what else is there? Red, orange, blue for woodwinds and vocals. Brass is also orange. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. That's about it. If anybody has any questions about Cubase, by the way, I might be able to answer it. Let's see how loud these drums are now. Okay, still too quiet. What's going on? What's going on? There we go. Okay. Now, since this is in 7, I'm starting out with a straight beat. So one of the things we could do here is just a plain old, let's get this over here, is a plain old straight beat, which will reverse itself because it's in 7. So the first bar, the kick will be on the downbeat, and then on the second bar, the snare will be on the downbeat. I am going to go in here. Actually, let me pop open the track thingy. Oh, this is not good. Where is it? All right, let's bring up the full screen mixer, go to the bass, and let's see if I can add, let's see if I have any, oh, I have an amp simulator here. What else do I usually have? Trying to remember. I'll just go with, let's see what VST bass amp has in it. Amplifiers, let's make it a, oh, a Trace Elliott. Cabinet, what is this, an 8x10, that sounds fine. And pre-effects, let's add a overdrive. Slight amount of overdrive. That's not doing anything. Is this on the... That's weird. Oh, it's not on. Okay. There we go. So bad. All right, who have we got here today? We've got a few viewers. Welcome, everybody. I am going to be programming some drums in Cubase using toontrack sounds. I'm also using an east-west bass, which is not coming out so great. Decomposing, spodavids, sedividops. Welcome. I'm just messing around trying to improve this bass tone in some way. This is just a... No, I'm not putting the drums through the Trace Elliott. Oh, you like your kick drum to go through a Trace Elliott. That's good. What's this? Turn off MIDI channels. There we go. Okay. Now, I usually send all of these drums through separate channels, but that would be an elaborate process right now. So I'm just going to go in here and do a little bit of tweaking on the drum sounds. You've got the main window here. This is the Sonor kit. Is Reaper a viable alternative to Cubase? You've enjoyed Cubase. I've never used Reaper, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I am going to throw some very basic stuff here on the drums. This is just a stereo mix of the drums. So we're not going to get a lot going on, but I will put, let's throw a virtual tape machine on there. Hey, Slightly Basic is here. That's Spezix. All right, I'm throwing on some virtual tape machines. For this, I think I picked up on watching a Stephen Slate video that you should go for 15 IPS. I believe that's inches per second that the tape is going to turn. I'm going to use, since this is just a stereo, we're going to keep it on the 2-track. And I can't remember if he said to go low bias or high. I'm cranking up the input just slightly. And we'll stick that on the drums. See how that sounds. Not too impressive. Okay, so what I will also do is throw on a Slate virtual mix rack. I'm just going to try to sharpen up the sound slightly. And I hope things aren't about to break because I am getting a beach ball. Okay, here we go. When you open up the Slate mix rack lately, or whatever the hell it's called, channel mixer, it seems to do this. I don't know what's going on. It opens up all of these things. So what I do is I use a little bit of revival, a little bit of that. I'm going to boost the high frequency slightly. I'm using this virtual channel. I'll just leave it where it is. The high frequencies are up a little bit, and see, now that's a little brighter. That's nice. Okay, next thing I'm going to do for the hell of it, I'm going to throw on a, let's just see if we can break everything. Oh, I never knew that Denial Lily is Dr. Clown Fart. That's cool. Welcome, Dr. Clown Fart. I'm going to throw a CD master of Ozone Mastering from, I believe, Isotope. And it's going to... See that? Now we're getting a little bit of a better sound. Although it's probably clipping. Let me drop that down a little. Okay. Feedback your fuzz tone through your wah-wah. 15 IPS, fat lows, but not as good in the treble. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go back to these drums now that we got this stuff going on. I usually like to, let's see if I can go to the mixer here on the old style. Okay, cool. There's only a kick in. There's only a mic inside. So what I'm going to do, I can only EQ the inside mic of the kick drum. So I bring up a little bit of highs. At least trying to. Come on, work with me. What is going on here? Why does this not move? Okay, there's a little more. Okay, good enough. That's enough of the click there on the kick drum. And snare drum top, I usually boost slightly over the bottom. And I will throw a little bit of that same boost. Okay, good. So what do we got? Can we add slack to the tape and make it wobbly? Spell your handle, misspell, as someone has something to do with the tape head aperture and how much area the tape moves under it in a given period. Huh, okay. Thanks for explaining that, Spotavids. Warbly. Sounds like something Negative Land enjoyed regularly. Dr. Clownfart, this is actually the Sir Millard Mulch track called Good Night. This is the pattern that I played. You can find it on the 50 Intellectually Stimulating Themes CD, which is now out on Spotify and all of those things. Apple Music, YouTube. What's the comment about Negative Land? Can we get some more Negative Land talk? I love Negative Land. So I'm going to use the copy command, and I'm going to copy this thing like, 35 times so that we have just a looping bass line. So now we have just a regular old drum beat. Hey, we got a gifted sub, tier 1. Thank you, Michael C. Stone Drums. Oh, wobbly tape carts. Spodavids. Do I know you because, not very many people know of Negative Land. So are you another name? Or are you someone that I already know? Play some old music. Thank you. This is very old music. This is from 97. Song request skillet. Okay. We got all the hits. Don Joyce. Yes, Don Joyce. I interviewed Don Joyce. Did you ever see that? I've got an interview of Don Joyce on my website. Okay, for the second loop of this phrase, we're going to start screwing around. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I was really into Negative Land. I can't say I'm not into Negative Land anymore. I just haven't listened to them in a while, but love Negative Land. You saw them play for the Dyspepsy tour? Where was that at? Okay, so now we're going to start messing with tuplets. Let's start throwing in some fives. Let's do a... This is how I write my stuff. We're going to go up here to a... somewhere up here. There it is. And... Let's find the hi-hats down here wherever they are. We got all the various levels of hi-hats. Let's change this to a 4. Let's put that. And let's throw a ride cymbal here. Is this it? Okay, so we got 2 ride cymbals in a row, and then let's see how that works. Okay, so that's a little slower than I thought. I was thinking double time this. Okay, so that's going to sound good. So let's throw this. Hello, 9, 8. Let's put a cymbal grab here, which is somewhere around here. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Okay. Let's go back and interesting this up a little bit. I'm going to throw in some snare ghost notes. And those are usually down here somewhere. As you can see, it's been a little while. Here we go. So I'm going to throw the ghost notes. I already got one there. That wouldn't make any sense physically, but we can do that. And that doesn't. Oh, those are kicks. Okay, we're good. We're good. This is how Carl King makes music. Let's see what we got. Let me check in on the chat. Gotta bump these numbers. Oh, the Palace of Fine Arts. Let's see. Positive Land. Southern Places, I say, okay, there, you should start Positive Land. When people subscribe or give subscription, the streamer gets about half the subscription. Well, nice. Oh, the Palace of Fine Arts by the old Exploratorium. Are we talking San Francisco? Is that the Palace of Fine Arts? I used to volunteer at the California, is it the Science Center over there? Legal issues, I don't know what that's about. I wonder if you can get away with that, like releasing an album called U2 Negative Ocean. Yeah, the kick sounds pretty fat over here through my cheap Chinese T-amp. That's how I write on music, so this is fun for me. Okay. Convinced precisely no one. Gloghead. Welcome, Gloghead. Who's Gloghead? I didn't see you typing before. Me too. Hell yeah. I use FL Studio for your DAW. Nice. You would love for Carl to look at one of my comps for one of my more complex songs and just point out what's wrong with it. Oh, I don't. Yes. Spezix, well, send me one of your. I will definitely check out your tracks. Yes, Spotavids, I did. I volunteered at the, is it called the Exploratorium? Back in 2002 to 2003. I found it very hard to get a job, so I just volunteered at the Space Science, whatever museum. So I'd go there a couple of times a week in the library of that place and just kind of hang around, distribute flyers around the place. Fill up there were like little information cards about the animals that they had in the zoo, and I would just plop those things in there and stand around, look at animals. I was just trying to keep busy doing something because I was going out of my mind. Okay, so these are supposed to be ghost notes, so let's bring the velocity of these way down. Let's hear this by itself. I'm still curious if Morgan played these actual drum samples or not, the Sonor kit. Okay, well we have, let's do something a little faster, because I'm realizing I don't mean I'm going to work faster, I just mean I'm going to do a faster fill. I'm going to do one of these Terry Bozzio fills. Anybody know about those? Let's find a good, this should be the China. I used to do these Terry Bozzio fills all over. All over the How to Sell album, I did a ton of these. Da, 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 da. I don't know how he ever... I mean, I've tried practicing these kinds of things. I want to divide this little area right here. I'm going to throw 3 notes in there. I'm going to do a snare, tom, tom, and then we're going to end on a little cymbal grab. But I want, I think, a different... Where's my little... I don't see it in there. I'm using a bit of a different window layout here, so I'm a little lost. Here it is. Let's go back. I usually change this one to like a splash. That's too weak sounding. That's not going to work, is it? Okay. Well, let's just go with the 10-inch. Okay, here we go. Let's close this guy again. Oh. I see what's happening. This drum sample doesn't seem to have a close, like a grab. It's only like a little... Well, we'll just leave it at that. That's all right. Let's keep... I thought that this splash would have like a choke and grab. Okay, so let's hear what this these couple of beats sound like with this Terry Bozzio drum fill. Actually, let's play the whole thing. Okay, that's too fast, so we're losing the magic of it. So let me go back and try this again. We have officially lost the magic of the Terry Bozzio drum fill. Oh, let's change the name of the China's to Hong Kong. Gloghead. What's going on? You start to overdo it when you start adding ghost notes and toms and hat wobbles. Just a fan for a couple decades. Love your drum stuff in particular. Gloghead, thank you. You somehow quickly made this sound like a mulch style polyrhythm, which is awesome. Thank you, Vorpal Vector. Thank you very much. Oh, the drum plugin is, yeah, Superior. Great. Denial Lily answered it. It's Superior Drummer 2 with the Sonor drum set plugin, or the drum set library, the kit. It is, let me pop that open again. It's Superior 2, and I'm using the original DF drum from Hell Superior from like 2007 with the Sonor kit, the very original release, because I just find it is the most realistic, most fun kit sound. I still use it all the time. Here we go. So I'm going to do one of these Terry Bozzio fills. I'm going to try to... You can hear him do these types of fills all over the Sex and Religion album, which I completely ripped off for How to Sell. It was a very, very big thing that I did all the time. Let's end on a... Okay, so we're going to do some... Do some of these guys. Maybe change the middle one. Contrast it with something a little slow. Let's break it into threes. What do we want And then we'll go back to like a 7. Let's do a fast 7 snare roll, starting with a rim shot. And we'll have to... Oh, we got an accidental loop there. And we'll just end on a old... Okay, let's hear how that whole 2-bar phrase sounds. Nice. Okay, so we've got some issues here. So let's drop some of these. I'm going to drop some of the kicks and snares in velocity so they're not so machine gun. And this guy should go down also. Let's do this. Oh, I see. Da 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 da. Let's throw this one up here also. Nice. Okay, what do we got? Of course, they should change the names of China's to Hong Kong's. Did I miss something here? Is this like already sounding like the Black Page? Thank you. And we'll just give him a pause for a beat. And then what should we do? How about we do some sort of like inverted doubles? Let's do a little of that. I don't know if we'll do 7s. Let's do 5s. So let's see. An inverted double would be snare, kick, tom, kick, snare, snare, kick, tom, kick, snare, kick, tom, kick. Whoops. Snare, kick. And then maybe we'll end on a snare. And then we got to bring these way down. Oh, and I probably... Should we keep it on the same tom? Let's do that a little longer. That's a good phrase. No, it's not really working. Let's go up to 7s. No, we already did 7s before. Hey, those are some Demise O images over there. Now that just sounds like punk rock music. That doesn't work. I think it's just the velocity is too high. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's get this. Yeah, that's not even working. You know what we could do is just a blast beat. That could sound kind of funny. Just a quick punk thing out of nowhere. Is always a nice touch. For just 2 beats. Let's find that hi-hat. So what I would do is probably alternate the hi-hat slightly. You don't want the same hi-hat sample on every... And Mike Stone's favorite thing is we do a little close hi-hat. But it has to be a little later. Oh, it's not coming out loud enough. Maybe these hi-hats are a little too loud. Nope. Okay, let's move on to the next. Oh, what do we got here? You have the stream open on 3 windows. Thank you. You're 3 of the watchers. That's nice. You have YouTube and Twitch open, but YouTube is 20 seconds behind, so here I am in the future. Do you typically start with a bass ostinato or idea and then layer on drums, Carl, or does it chop and change whenever? I usually start with bass, although I don't tend to do ostinatos. I only do that when there's actually a drum solo. Like if I'm writing a verse, I'll always put the bass guitar pattern in first before I mess with any drums. And then I can copy over the bass part onto the drum track, and then I can see where all of those tuplets line up, and I can play around those tuplets and accent them, accenting the bass line. Okay, so this is going to come out pretty good, I think. So what style should we go into now? What kind of drum licks should we do? Can break up some... Can do a little modulation. That'll be fun. Let's do that. Where's this going to go? Hi-hat. Let's get rid of this guy so we can actually see the part. Looping. So, okay, so now we've got a little kind of a metric modulation happening. You were confused watching the Twitch stream. Oh, I see. Interesting. Reggae. Hello, chat. Anyway, Gloghead, I hope that I answered your question. Just clicking over to the Twitch multi-stream. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody on there. I'm hoping that I'm seeing everything. Okay, so we'll go to a little bit of a faster fill. 6, we'll chop it into 6 now. So we're almost at the end of the bar. We've only got a beat and a half left, and we're now doing 6 tuplets. So let's do a this is almost reggae. We're gonna accent the second stroke on those toms. Da-doom, da-doom. And then I don't know how to end this phrase. Let's see what happens. Let's just end it on a end it on a kick for now. Okay, that's no fun. That doesn't sound right. So what do we got? I feel like it's going to start there. Let's just do some kind of a triplet. Oh, I know. I'll do that Led Zeppelin kind of thing. That's what we'll do. That John Bonham fill. Anybody know what fill I'm talking about? There we go. Although it's a little too robotic. So since they're doubles on the kick and the hi-hat, we gotta raise those up a little bit. That's a fast one. Well, that's fun. Doesn't sound amazing, but there's this hi-hat. Let's bring this down a little more. Maybe the kick down a little more. The Flibberty fill. Okay, let's hear it from the beginning. I feel like this is asking to be repeated. Probably end it here. And then we'll probably go to fives. This is basically the Mike Portnoy. But we're doing it as a sort of a 5 tuplet spread across 2 beats in 7/4. Da, 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 da. Let's do that. Let's do a big cymbal crash here. And then what's that? Okay. All right, let's try that. Da, 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 da. And bring those up. Okay. Whoops. Five tuplets, yes, pen tuplets. So this is 5 tuplets within 3 beats of 7/4. 1, 2, 3, the 1, 2, or actually 5, 5, 6, 7, 1. But each beat is divided by 5. Yeah, well, if you look here, there's 2 toms, 2 kicks, 2 toms, 2 kicks. Like if you were to mute the bass, let me see if I can do this. Oh, nice. Okay. So, that's all it is. But since it's over 3 beats, it's 5s over 3 beats in 7/4, so it sounds. So it's pretty much one of those Portnoy tom-tom kick-kick, tom-tom kick-kick, but it's split up in an unusual way within the context of what it's playing against. I feel like let's do an open hi-hat. Oh, I see. 4 and 4. Hank Howard III is here. What is going on, Hank Howard III? Just take a break here from the cubase. Yeah. The way that I associate the Portnoy drum fill Michael Stone is 4 on the toms and then maybe 2 on the kick. But I just think of it as the Portnoy thing when it's that constant 4s. Hank Howard is here. Hank, did you get to hear what I've programmed so far? Let me play it. And play it just in case. So here's what we got. I am messing with the track, the Sir Millard Mulch track called, it's basically the riff from Good Night, from Sir Millard Mulch's 50 Intellectually Stimulating Themes from back in 1998, but this was recorded in like 97. And it's a basic 7. Yes, it's the Carl shirt. Okay, so let me play you this thing. I think, you know what would be really interesting is to do some kind of 5 beat here. It's messed up 5 groove. Let's do, okay, so I can't quite do that, can I? Let's see what this is going to sound like. Oh, so we got the... Let me find the actual... Up here somewhere. There we go. There we go. This is the territory we want to be in. Messing with the ride symbol. So we can get the regular ride. Bell. Bell. Let's see what that even sounds like. Oh, interesting. I'm liking this. Oh, so where? Let me check in here. The flubberty fill thingy also reminds me of Miniman a little bit. This Gloghead, he definitely mixes in some of those flubberty bits. Let's go. Let's see what this is sounding like. Oh, I see. Ah. This kick needs to come down. Back up. Watch me as my hands move very fast, all over the neck. You know what? Let's add a little snare drag here. Maybe not that. Maybe not. What about this? That sounds kind of interesting. I like it. I'll take a little break from the cubase for just a moment. So, anybody got any questions about what's going on? Feel free to ask away. Liam asks or says, do the little tickly 30-second notes on bell. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a sort of a Pat McDonald thing that he used to do. Let me go back to 4s here. I probably won't do 30 seconds. Okay. Let me get into those in just a moment. You were thinking Gene Hoglan. You talking about like when he's doing some kind of death metal thing? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Well, I'm going to do a different kind of thing similar to that between the hi-hat and ride. So, let's just start out. Oops. Why is that? Oh, because I had it set on something weird before. Okay. What? Hi-hat is not the kind of stroke I'm thinking of. Whoops. Is that closing? Yeah, I don't want that. Weird. Yeah, this is not working. What I was going to try to do... hi-hat sample. Let me see if I can grab a different hi-hat sample. What is that? It sounds a little tighter. What about this 13? Oh, no. Nope. Let's just stick with this one. Okay. Yeah, this is not working. I'm failing. Really screwed this deal up, didn't I? Well, why don't I just do like a... I'll do a messed up polyrhythm kind of thing between... See, the kick is just playing... Kick and snare are just playing this this normal thing. Let me go and... break up hi-hat in a screwed up way, because that's what we do when things don't work out. Go and do something that does work out. let me find the... Oh, so what do we got here? Tiki doing image processing. Oh, wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay, the first time I showed my wife that video, she was a bit flabbergasted. She knew Carl before she realized he played an instrument, and then there was that. There was what? Do the little tickly thing. We have an entire drum book based on the wording schemes used here. That makes sense. Question, are you pure mouse and keyboard or using any kind of MIDI interface controller for Cubase? I am almost entirely mouse and keyboard. I do very little MIDI. Sometimes I have this giant 88 keyboard controller, 88 key controller. It's way over there in the other room. I don't have it set up, but I use it sometimes when I'm doing a lot of orchestral stuff so that I can find certain things on the keyboard. But no, other than that, I do exactly what I'm doing here. This is exactly how I do my stuff. You have a juxtaposition of Carl's calming voice and the random construction of disjointedly chaotic drum parts. It's an exercise in contrast. No failing. Interesting. The Twitch stream video is much more crisp than the YouTube's. Agree. Shame it's a less active chat or double the speed. Okay, let's see what we got. Should we go into some fills? I haven't been breaking things up enough. Let's speed things up now. And next beat will be sevens. And then the next one will be 9. We're doing almost like a pyramid type thing here. Whoops. And what are we going to end on? 11s? Eleven tuplets. We're just going to keep those going because they'll add up to an even amount, and then we'll do some cymbals on them, kind of a Mike Portnoy. Whoops. And then why not one of these? Oh, that hi-hat sounds nice. And these probably need to be broken up a little bit. Let's mess with the velocities. Da-da. 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 Those are at... Let's see what we got. Interesting. I'm not using Easy Drummer. I am using Superior 2. I'm probably a little behind. I don't know what they're on now. Superior 3 or 4, I'm guessing. Something ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I forgot to switch the screen back. Sorry about that. Superior 2, I believe, with the old Sonor kit, which is my favorite from Drum Kit from Hell, the original first sample library they ever put out. Drum Kit from Hell, 2006, 2007, something like that. Let's go back and listen to the full 12 bars that we've programmed now. Oh, Thomas Hawk. Cool. Well, I wonder, I can't remember. I should ask Matthias from Toontrack. I haven't seen him around in a while. Should ask him who was that played them. But that's some good sleuthing, Michael Stone. This bass guitar sound, I've had about enough of it. So I am going to add another track instrument. This time I'm going to try to do Vienna Imperial, hoping everything doesn't crash. Vienna Symphonic Library is really my favorite. Library. Okay, so this is piano VSL. We're going to make it yellow because I like to color code all of my tracks. I'm going to glue this guy all together. Let's get rid of this for now. And I'm going to pop this down onto the piano. And we'll drop the piano way down. I'll throw a little more high end on the bass. You know what? This whole thing is too slow. Let's try 140. There we go. Oh, Gabedom 420 is here. You were eating, and you've been watching. Very good. Any questions about what's going on here? By the way, join my Patreon if you haven't. Patreon.com/Carl King. Who have we got? We got some people watching on Twitch. Vorpal Vector was saying something about updating. Oh yeah, DFH was awesome, but I don't think they've updated it. I don't know that they've updated Drum Kit from Hell in a long time. It's just an old as heck sample library that I just happen to like a lot. Seems like Nightbot's not really doing anything, huh? Have we seen any Nightbot activity? Do I need to turn it on or something? Integrations. Discord. See if it even does anything inside Twitch. Twitch. Tip. Oh, it is awake at least. So you can tip me through Twitch. Tap. Nice. Chewboat is there. Tip tap. Chewboat is here. All right, let me add a couple more bars of drums. What are we on here? We're on 11 tuplets. Let's back it down to threes. I'm going to try to do a little flam here. Let's do a flam. Oh, that's too fast of a triplet. I was thinking more like this. Da. What do we got here? High five, Chubode. Chubode is here. I have to say that Chubode is a pretty great name. Greetings, Mr. Stone. High five, Chubode. Tip into America. Nice. I like that. Cats are finding this audio relaxing, it seems. Carl, I just found your secret illusion. Oh, Muscat Grape is here. My favorite. I am trying to raise some money for new streaming gear, by the way. If you see that little counter down there, I'm going to be improving some of this stuff here. I have a new camera in my sights that I want to be getting for doing a video version of the Carl King podcast. And your donations and Patreon support go towards helping me make that a reality. Let's see, what is Chubode saying? After all these years, you need to start dropping in the occasional sound of sticks clicking together during these impossible drum sequences. Yeah, that's a thing that can be done. Although I haven't, I'd have to try to set that up and it would be confusing. But there is a stick clicking sample. So here's the entire 13 bars that I've put in so far. That has taken me an hour and 40 minutes. Here we go. Oh, let me show this on the screen. I'm sorry. Here we go. Realizing that Ozone is completely overloaded here at the moment. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry, I'm messing with these tape machines. Let's go to, this is the 2-track. Also, let's do high bias. Why not? Let's do 30 IPS. Wow, that ended up sounding kind of muddy. Let me fix this virtual tape machine input, because that might be a little too much. And then I'm going to throw the virtual mix rack over here before Ozone. And that should also... Okay. Let's play it through. Here we go. Thinking that hi-hat is now a little too precious. So let's go back to the... Is that the original one? I think this was it. Well, that drummer sure knew how to come back in on that. By the way, this whole loop might be getting obscured by the way that by actual riff. So here's the riff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's bring the drums back in just so you hear the drums against that rhythm. You know what? That straight beat is, let's mess that up a little bit. Give it a few little... like those John Bonham fills are getting lost now. Give a little bit more velocity to the third note of each 4 stroke. There we go. So, what do we got here? 40-minute loop ourselves. You like it? Hank Howard, thank you. This is your other favorite Carl. Oh, Carl Sagan. I see what you're saying. Carl, is that bass riff based off of Good Night? It sure is. It is the bass riff directly from Good Night. Carl, I really love how the drums lose the rhythm section and then push through and rediscover it. It adds a human element to it. Feels like Hemisphere 3. Yes, I love going off of the pulse and coming back. It was one of my favorite things to do when playing with a drummer. I also like when I drum and go off of the beat and try to come back. And I love it when drummers do that on my music. I love playing with a drummer where I hold down something steady and they just go completely gone and then return perfectly. It's a lot of fun. And this is all just tuplets. This is all just like, it's this little tuplet window where you pick what tuplet you want to use, 4s. Let's see how high it goes. We're up at 13, 20, 29, 30, 40, 50s, 60s, we're still going, 70. You can do 80 tuplets, 100th tuplets. I'm just going to enter a number, 1,000 tuplet. Oh, it only goes to 127 tuplet. And you also got this rough thing, which you can do, I guess. There's this interesting swing percentage dealy. That's pretty crazy. And you can mess with the perfection. I guess you can... Let's see. Let's see how this works. Not sure I've used this. I maybe used it once. Let's go back to 4s. Oh, come on. Okay, we've got this group of 8 notes, basically. Oh, Dr. Clown Fart is back, you knuckle wieners. Very nice. Tuplets all the way down. The entire planet rides on the back of a tuplet. What's under the tuplet? More tuplets. Thank you. I am back, you knuckle wieners. Okay, I like that. Let's see what this rough thing does. Let's change it to... How much is a tick? Does anybody know what... 48 ticks. So let's do... If it's 48 ticks are the most, 6, 8, 48, 6, 8. So let's just try 6 ticks and see what happens. Let's watch. Nothing happens. Okay. Let's change this to the tuplets to 4. Let's get this back to 4. Okay, let's try it again. Nothing happened. Do I need to hit the quantize? Oh, there it goes. It did it. So what it did was rough up the... Okay, let me go back here. Let me change this to an 8. I don't know if anybody can even see what is going on here, but I have a group of 8 notes. And I've told it to use this rough thing. And you can tell it how many ticks. I guess there's 48 ticks in a something. And I can then tell it to rough it up, and it did. It moved the notes just a little bit. So let's try a 12 ticks. Yep. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to highlight just these notes and loop them. And loop them, I said. Okay, let me bring the tempo back down so we can hear what's going on. I'm just going to change this flam. Okay. Now. Hear how those are perfectly steady? They should be on the click. I'm going to now hit this rough button, or the quantize button, and it should humanize them a bit. Hear that? There's a little bit of lag. We can go, I think we'll go in increments of 8. So now we got 16 ticks. And let's see what it sounds like with 16 ticks. So probably in the range of 8 ticks, I would say. I would even go less than that, maybe 6 ticks. Maybe a little more, maybe 8. Now, I wonder what would happen if I were to apply that to, let's say, this crazy fill right here. Would that completely screw it up? I'd say yes. The problem is that the tuplets are not set correctly, so I'd have to set it to match that section and then do it. I think this was supposed to be a... Yep. So anyway, that's just a way to mess up the timing a little bit. Let's see what we got. Found 48 ticks on your pants. God, that's bad. Carl, do you ever find yourself writing the same fill over and over no matter how hard you try to modify it? Dr. Clownfart, I don't really think on that level because I'm thinking of the big picture. And there's so many ways to change the fills around and change things. uh, you're combining and layering so many different things that the same fill used in a completely different context wouldn't really be a problem. So I don't worry about that too much, unless I were to do that in the moment and be like, it's too much like the other thing. So I don't worry about it. I think on a larger scale. It's interesting. Wiener knuckle. You had one on your wiener knuckle, man. Sorry about that. 16 tick drummer was struggling. Is it rushing or dragging? Losing your drummer to ticks. That part sounds like me. You're a lunatic. Plabble, dabble, dap. Do you always go full bore on the velocity? Oh, no, I don't. I just happen to be like, let's see, here's some kicks. Here are some kicks that are not full velocity. I'm just not, like, for instance, here's another section where I'm lowering them. I have it set right now as the default is just full velocity. Just because, and you can see these are all just completely mechanical. But usually when I will do something, I will start messing with the velocities, changing them a bit. It depends on if it's like a heavy rock thing. The heavy downbeats will be the full velocity, and then sometimes the in-between hits are lower. Great answer to your Phil question. I hope I answered that okay, because I'm thinking the big picture. So I'm not worried about the tiny, tiny details of like, there's so many contexts here. When you're layering something in 5 tuplets in the last 3 beats of a 7/4, I don't really care that I'm just doing a generic da 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 da. Like that's a stupid fill of just tom tom kick kick tom tom kick kick. There's nothing to that. But if you place it within the context of 3 beats, 5 tuplets in the last 3 beats of a 7/4, and no worries, Dr. Clown Fart. Also, I'm sorry about that whole Ween mix-up. I hope that didn't upset you, but I don't think it did. Anybody else have any questions about what's going on here? Because we are, I think, reaching the 2-hour point, and I might be wrapping up here soon. Dr. Clownfart, remind me, send me some of your stuff. I'm getting mixed up because Vorpal Vector says, just want to say, as someone who still listens to How to Sell at least a couple times a year, really enjoyed learning a few things here. Thank you, Vorpal Vector. That's crazy that someone still listens to it. I know Hank Howard said he was recently listening to it in his car. You can't, it's embarrassing. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure there's nothing to be embarrassed about. So what are we doing? I've got a special guest coming up on the Carl King podcast. It's coming up Tuesday morning at 4 a.m. If you're going to be up, Tuesday morning at 4 a.m. Pacific. So that'll be 7 a.m. on the East Coast. The new podcast episode is coming with a very special musical guest segment. Someone that many of you are familiar with. It's going to be, I have to say, I got a little bit, I kind of got chills when I was listening back to the interview. I thought, man, I am really proud of the way that this interview went. And I'm going to be posting it in the next episode. I think it's episode 24 of the Carl King podcast. Let's see. Gabedom says, I don't play drums, nor can I compose for drums or think in drums, so this is really impressive. Indeed, I've listened to it many times recently. Thank you, Hank Howard III. Thank you, Gabedom, for checking this out. I'm going to post the audio mix of this inside my Patreon for members. Patreon.com/Carl King. Oh, and you play How to Sell all the time. Who wouldn't? That's crazy. Dr. Clownfart says, music to me is all deconstructive. I've gotten Rachmaninoff pieces and wrote drums to all of it, and then erased the music and wrote all new music to it. Well, save some of that stuff because that sounds interesting. I would like to hear what you have done with Rachmaninoff the next time you do it. And Hank, thank you for hanging around. And Hank is a huge supporter. Hank is a $50 and something cent Patreon patron. And so is Chubode. Those guys are just having a war over there. Also, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but there is an additional tier on my Patreon. There's an additional tier some of you might not know about that is above, what is it called? Man, I'm blanking out. But there's a fourth tier added now. If you go and check it out. Patreon.com/Carl King. Anyway, let me explain what's going on with Patreon. There we go. Illusionist tier. Nice. Chubode, did you... I don't know, Gloghead. Let's see. What was I going to say? Patreon. I'm very happy that so many people have joined the Patreon. There is the $1 tier where you get access to all of the blog posts, rough mixes, just random daily things that I post in there. Anything that I'm working on. There's screenplays. There's, I think, some videos. There's screenshots. Weird demos. Anything that's going on. And you get access to the Song of the Month Club. The Carl King Song of the Month Club on Patreon. You get the MP3 version of that song. Every month I record a new Patreon exclusive song. This past month I released a song called I Hate This Song. And it's about a person who is listening to another song and doesn't like that song. So it's not a person saying, I don't like the song. It's not me saying, I don't like my song. I think you get it. Person listening to a song and not liking it. And I'm sure you could not identify with that because you probably like every song there is. $5 level, get access to a downloads page, downloads link of all of my albums in as high of resolution audio format that I can offer. Many of them are 24-bit, 48K, and it's a zip file, and they're waves, so you can download them. There's a bunch of stems for some of the albums and songs. I think Grand Architects has tons of alternate mixes and stems. What else? I'm going to try to set the goal of if I can get $250 a month from patrons. If I can reach that goal per month, I'm going to start doing a new instructional video just for patrons. If I can... Whoa, Dr. Clownfart. No, that is not one of the perks. Tier. I'm not so on snuggles with... Whoa, with abs. Hold on. You feel personally attacked. Crazy. Anyway, if you're not a member of Patreon yet, very much appreciate it. If you join for just $1 or $5 a month, you're welcome to come and go. You can join for a month and leave. You can come back the next month. You can make a polyrhythm out of it. You can join for $5 and then $4. So you would be splitting the month into a 5-tuplet and then a 4-tuplet. And then you could pledge $3 a month and then $2 and then go up to $17 a month and really freak some people out. How did the video look this time around? The chat delay makes for a lot of confusion. How's the video looking? Anybody out there have anything to say about that? Does it look pretty good? It looks pretty good here on the screen, at least. I mean, I'm looking at the shot, and it's good, except for all that shadow on my face. Ah, nice point. Patreon does not cap you at $127. Gloghead, thank you. Video looks sharp, thank you. You can see my crow's feet. Wow. Twitch is crystal clear and easy to understand what you're doing on Cubase. Cool. Video looks much more crisp on Twitch than the tubes. Okay, I wonder what's up with the YouTube stream. I wonder why that would be not as crisp. YouTube on your phone looks good. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to log out of here because I've had a long day. I have not been getting enough sleep lately. I've been working on the podcast a lot. It has been a very big focus of mine, putting out all of these YouTube clips that are the segments from the show, chopping those into little bits, putting things on Patreon, putting things on YouTube, trying to spread the word, trying to get people to subscribe on Apple Podcasts. If you could, if anybody out there can subscribe on Apple Podcasts and also post a little review on Apple Podcasts of the Carl King podcast, that'll help the rankings. And yeah, and I'll see you around. I'll do more of these in the next couple of weeks. I'm probably not gonna do one next week. Maybe, we'll see. But anyway, thanks to everybody for showing up. I'll hopefully see you on Patreon or Apple Podcasts. Thank you, everyone. Gloghead, Vorpal. Think about that 6th tier. I'm the snuggler. Wow. Okay, Dr. Clown Fart. With your wiener or whatever it is. Gabedom was here. How do I see all the viewers? Is there a way to see that? I can't see it. I can see. Michael Stone was here, of course. Chubode was here. Thank you, everybody. Podcast has been highly entertaining. I'm not biased in any way. Thank you, Hank Howard III. Spadavids, thank you. Subscribe on YouTube, too. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting there. We're getting closer. People use Apple products. Some people do use Apple products. Kickle, cheers, knuckle. I say cheers. Awesome show. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. Thanks, everybody. I am heading out of here.